Chicago Syndicate came out in 1995, not long after Eternal Champions 2 for Sega CD was released. This was developed by the Climax Group and published by Sega. Chicago Syndicate was an exclusive game for Game Gear and has an ESRB rating of E for everyone. This is a spin-off from the Eternal Champions series. During the competition, Larson was plucked right before his death at the hands of a bomb that was supposed to kill cops, people, and himself. Chicago Syndicate shows us Larson's ending if he had won the tournament, and the changes in his new timeline. This timeline has Larson dispose of the bomb and ends up becoming a police informant instead. The police now threaten to throw Larson in jail unless he can take out all of the crime bosses in Chicago. You'll have 1 year to complete this task. This is a beat-em-up with a unique fighting system. You'll get an extensive move list, and there's a practice area so you can learn to do some neat combos. At Larson's warehouse, you'll have access to a newspaper that feeds you information about what happens in each neighborhood, a map that shows the stats of each neighborhood, a phone so informants and cops can feed you information, a couch that refills your health at the cost of losing days, a barometer that shows the seasons, a first aid kit that explains your health bar, wanted posters, a calendar, and a weapons locker. There are weapons you can collect from each stage and switch them out at the weapon locker. The next area provides access to the L, and you can pick a stage. You'll mostly fight against 2 sprites, and when you defeat enough, you'll spawn the lieutenants that are faster, has more health, and hits harder. Take out enough members of a gang and you'll land yourself in front of the leader. There are no save states, so once you die, you'll need to start over. Thankfully, you can leave a stage at any time and return to Larson's warehouse to recover at the couch. There aren't any guides available, and I had no cheats to fall back on. I wasn't able to get this game to work with Retro Freak or Hyperkin console. This doesn't happen often, but when it does, I have to play on the original console. As of the production of this video, a loose cartridge is $10.21, and complete in box is $22.99. I really like the Eternal Champions series, and when I found out there were spin-offs, I went out on a hunt. The graphics were decent for a Game Gear game. I liked all the Chicago references to the neighborhoods and the inclusion of the L. Having an extensive move list gave the game the variety needed so it wouldn't be so stale. The game turned out stale anyways from the lack of enemies. The interface was confusing too. You'd get information to send you to a certain neighborhood, you'd go to a stage, and you'd get to the end thinking you'll face the final boss, and instead, wave after wave of enemies with no lieutenants or boss fight. I have no idea what the barometer was meant for, why you needed the wanted posters. The newspaper gave dated information, and the phone calls didn't help me at all. I died so many times that I just ignored all of the information, and I just focused on one stage. And that's how I got to a boss. I finished a stage twice, sometimes it would take 3 times, and I relied heavily on only 3 moves so I could conserve my health. As a collector or fan of the Eternal Champions series, this is an interesting game to own. But for those that just want to play something unique and fun, you won't find that here. So save your money because it's okay to pass this game up.